okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Branch.
Good evening and thanks for joining us again. The program is Everyone Deserves a Home. My name is Zulaihat Belagubir, your regular host. In line with its new goal of fully including the informal sector into the National Housing Fund scheme, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and its various branch offices across the country have renewed sensitization efforts towards enlightening the informal sector about the bank and its various packages. On a quarterly basis, the FCT1 Branch office of the FMBN goes to various locations across the length and breadth of town to inform, educate and enlighten the informal sector of the need and benefits of joining the National Housing Fund. This episode of the program will focus on the sensitization exercise to Kubo area of the FCT. The program will begin fully in a moment.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house up front? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Welcome back. To begin the program, we take highlights of major events around the FMBN in our weekly news diary. In the news tonight, FMBN management visits Mega City project and fire service sensitizes FMBN staff on fire safety. Details coming shortly. Stay with us.
The management team of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has commended brains and hammers on the progress and level of work done on the Mega City project so far. The team, which was led by the Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Maduhamman, noted that the level of work done on the project is satisfactory.
We've gone around and we've seen the various housing types and housing units being developed and funded by Federal Mortgage Bank under this Mega City project. Work done so far is satisfactory, about 80 to 90% completion level. Currently, infrastructure development is ongoing for road network, water reticulation, drainages, access road to the project are all ongoing. So we're quite satisfied with the level of work being done.
Also speaking, Executive Director, Business Development and Portfolio Management, Kingsley Chukuma, noted that the houses will soon be ready for off-takers to access. He also urged state governments to take up such initiatives in delivering houses for citizens.
Looking at the stages they are right now, it's ready to go, ready for off-takers to come in and have their houses, which I know they have been profiled and they are ready to go. And I also urge the federal government to do more of this kind of projects.
On his part, Executive Director, Loans and Mortgage Services, Lukman Mustafa, said that the FMBN will move from building estates to building cities. This, he said, will not only provide houses, but will be an opportunity for massive employment.
Today, Federal Mortgage Bank is here to inspect our Pioneer City project. So we have moved from building estates to building cities. And this is the first of its kind that Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is embarking on. And so we are happy that work is moving as planned.
Chief Operating Officer of Brains and Hammers, Kabir Ganu, who appreciated the FMBN for its commitment to the project, disclosed that the project is currently at infrastructure level and it hopes to accommodate the first off-takers before the end of the year.
What we're putting together is the completion of the infrastructure. So for now, what we're doing the road. You can see the electrification project also going on. Water as well. We have the overhead tank, the underground tank, reservoir as well. We've done the external water reticulation as well. Yeah, so these are the things that we've put together.
The megacity project is at 80% completion. The FMBN, on its part, has begun profiling off-takers for the houses. The Federal Fire Service recently engaged the management and staff of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in a fire sensitization exercise to educate them on fire safety measures. The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madhuhaman, in his speech at the lecture, thanked the fire service for offering to enlighten staff and carry out the drill. He called on staff to pay attention to the lecture and be knowledgeable on how to be safe in case of fire incidents.
We all understand the importance of safety in the workplace. And so as a team, we do not want to overlook that part of our office environment. We have a large office here and in other parts of the country, and we would want to encourage our staff to be aware of fire safety, especially because in such a large office, anything can happen. And if the staff are not prepared for the unexpected, there could be losses of life, and we do not want that as an organization.
Controller, FCT Fire Service, Engineer Sani Saidu, spoke on oxygen, the effects of electric current, and the use of exit ways.
The presence of that oxygen. But without the oxygen, nothing will burn.
The session ended with a drill on effective ways of dealing with fire incidents. The Director General, Oyo State Liaison Office, Honorable Wole Ajani, has on behalf of the Oyo State Government called on the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to join hands with the state in providing houses for citizens of the state. He made this known during a meeting with the Managing Director of the FMBN, Mr. Madhuhaman, to discuss modalities of making houses available for the people of Oyo State.
Also, our state, Oyo State, is a state that has a lot of, it's a civil servant state.
Definitely.
Which sometimes even their take home can't take them home. And without getting support from the bank, because many of them will end up working for years and they won't have any shelter of their own, even after retirement. So he felt, yes, we can't do it alone. We have the Oyo State Housing Corporation. We've been trying to do a few projects here and there, but I mean, we can tap into the bigger picture, which that's what the bank stands for. And we want to see how this could be achieved.
Managing Director of the bank, in his response, disclosed that the bank, on its part, has been looking for ways to liaise with Oyo State to see that workers in the state resume contributing to the scheme, as this will enable the bank provide more houses for the people in the state.
The bank has actually been looking for ways to establish contact at the highest level with the government, His Excellency the Governor as well, to see how we can reconnect and re-establish relationship with workers and contributors to the National Housing Fund within the government of Oyo State.
Executive Director, Loans and Mortgage Services, Lukman Mustafa, on his part, noted that despite the state not contributing to the scheme, the bank has made its impact felt in the state. He called on the state government to put in efforts to have its workers resume contributions.
There are so many other things that we can do together if we're able to have an audience with His Excellency, so that we can, the people of Oyo State, the civil servants especially, can come back into the scheme, and then that will give us latitude to be able to do more.
Welcome back. And if you're just joining us, you're watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Coming up next on the program is the Building Block segment featuring a sensitization exercise for the informal sector in Kubo area of the Federal Capital Territory. Stay with us.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in recent times has resolved, among other things, to actively pursue the inclusion of more Nigerians into the National Housing Fund scheme. The informal sector of the Nigerian economy forms a larger part of the country's population, with about 60% from the sector. This has spurred the FMBN into looking at expanding its scope to include the informal sector of the economy. The FCT1 Branch office of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, as part of its inclusion efforts for the informal sector, engages in a quarterly sensitization exercise for the informal sector. This time, Kubo Furniture Market and Kubo Mechanic Village were the targets. At the Kubo Furniture Market, stall owners in the market gathered to listen to what the FMBN has to offer. For people in Kubo Furniture Market, the National Housing Fund is a good development and was well received.
Seeing a kind of organization that is being put in together either by government or individual to give commoners, to accommodate or to provide a shelter.
Some others, however, had their reservations about the scheme.
I know the purpose of them bringing this out is to help Nigerians. But at the end of the day, some people will hijack it. That is the problem we have in this country.
Next up for the FMBN team was the Kubo Mechanic Village. Here, the branch manager explained the benefits the people stand to gain by joining the National Housing Fund scheme.
We came here to, showcase the product, inform you about our activities, and urge you to key into the product. You can register as self-employed, or you can form yourself into clusters of cooperative societies, and register. This money you are contributing is refundable, irrespective of whether you have enjoyed one of our products or not.
A rundown of the various loan products of the bank was also explained to them.
For National Housing Fund loan, you can get up to 15 million naira to buy a house. The interest rate for National Housing Fund loan is 6%. This loan, you can pay it for a period of 30 years. 30 years is a factor of your age.
As expected, it was the first time some of the people were hearing about the National Housing Fund.
Just today I'm hearing it for the first time. Okay. But the way they are explaining, I think it's very, very good development.
Group Head, NHF, Benga Babade, re-emphasized on the need for the exercise to hold regularly.
The whole essence of us coming here is basically to sensitize the people in Kubo mechanic village about what we do in the bank. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is to let them know how we can assist them to own their own homes. So basically we are here even from the recent retreat we just had in the bank. The focal point or the cardinal point of the bank now, it's on the informal sector. And the people here, they're in that sector of the economy. So we want to reach out to them.
For the FMBN, it wishes to have every Nigerian, irrespective of the sector, become a home owner. On the part of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, the exercise was a success because of the reception and interest shown by the people. And on its part, will try its best to make the process as seamless as possible.
The people are very interested, and they are really showing interest that they want to register with the form. They can't even wait for us to open our office on Monday. They will be in our office on Monday, and even if some will come to us, we will also come here on Monday with our forms to make sure that we make the process of registration seamless for them.
The sensitization does not stop at just this visit. The FCT branch has made arrangements for a second visit to sensitize them some more.
So we are still coming back here, maybe when they are having their meetings, when they are having their market days, we are coming here, back here to let them know, about our product. It's a continuous exercise. So we are still coming back. I'm impressed with the response. The response is good. At least the awareness is there now. First is to create that awareness, to sensitize them, and that awareness is there. So the next one is now to come in drove. We have given them forms, they have shown interest, we collect back the forms, then we'll do business with them. Definitely we'll do business with them.
What is the name of my grandson?
Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amen.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, the thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Thanks for staying with us. One of the most fulfilling experiences for anyone is being able to be called a homeowner. This does not only give one a sense of fulfillment, it cuts expenses to a large extent for the homeowner. Thanks to the FMBN, so many families are now homeowners. Let us hear the story of another beneficiary of the NHF scheme.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
Mrs. Edna Hassan is a staff of El Hatu Arab Specialist Hospital, Lafia, Nasarawa State. As a member of the cooperative society at her place of work, she was able to key into the NHF scheme.
As a cooperator, we were told to, if we need a house, we should, give our names, and then we now did. And they said it's going to be allotted to those ones that had, showed interest, and that was how I got keen into the allocation of the houses.
She got a 3-bedroom bungalow at the estate at the cost of 7.8 million naira only. She says she's very happy to become a home owner.
It cannot be compared because I feel joyous, I feel happy because at least I'm going to be a landlady. You know, no paying exorbitant rent, you know, having your own house, that is just the best. So I'm so happy.
For Mrs. Edna, she is particularly excited that paying rent will now be a thing of the past for her.
Having your own apartment, you know, you are free and you know that it is yours. And you sleep with, you know, with eyes closed. Not like when you are in a rented apartment, the landlord will come anytime and start knocking. Your rent is, you know, you are due for another, or maybe just if you are just a month or two to the expiration, you know, and you don't have money, you know, you start panting because, you know, you don't have money to pay for the rent.
The repayment is a convenient plan for her.
From what would be deducted, you know, it's not going to be, you know, so stressful that it will bother me or be a burden to me.
She lauds the quality of work done on her house. The fact that she has the liberty to work on her house to her taste is one of the things she appreciates about the scheme.
If you've already gotten an already, you know, built house, already made house, and you are rest assured that they've done everything for you. Yours is just maybe if you want anything, small touches in the house that you can do it yourself, but the bulk work of it has been done for you.
She encourages other Nigerians yet to join the scheme to key into it and benefit from the various loan products.
The scheme is real. It is not just a propaganda, it's real. And even if you don't own a house, you can just walk into the bank because you are a beneficiary and they will give you a loan.
Our question for the week is, how can I, as a widow, reclaim my late husband's NHF contributions?
What she needs to do is get the certificate of next of kin, who is supposed to be his next of kin. Once he has that certificate, the court gives them the next of kin, they will go to the office of the individual, the late husband. We have DEX officers in all the office, state, ministries, local governments. So if you go there and ask who is the DEX officer handling NHF transactions, that DEX officer will give her a form to fill. All the required details are on that form. With the passbook, that will also be updated, and that DEX officer will fill the form and forward their request to Federal Mortgage Bank branches nationwide, wherever she is requesting from. They will submit there, they will process, they will send to head office, approval will be sorted. Once they meet all requirements, late husband's contribution will be refunded back to her with interest.
The good news for all Nigerians, whether from the formal or informal sector, is that the National Housing Fund is open for all Nigerians. Why don't you stop by at any of our branch offices in your state to see how you can benefit from the scheme, or simply log on to www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information about us. Until next week when I come your way again, do well to catch up this and other episodes of the program on our social media handles showing on your screens. See you next week. Bye for now.